Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to another episode of Higurashi Console Arts. Last time, raid on the Sonozaki base. Mion cut a bullet in half, but she also died. Rip Mion or Shion, probably Shion, still thinking it's Shion. Apparently Shion said her sister's coming soon, which I assume is Ghost. So maybe we can differentiate them, depending on the ghost. If it is a ghost, or does I assume the newspaper wasn't a lie. Anyways, she's dead. Um, and Hifumi, whatever this motherfucker's name is, the opposition leader was about to kill us, and then his whole body shook violently. So I assume Miyuki made it in time with the police, and the day is saved. But we shall see. Mifune, right? Then Mifune bent back and collapsed to his knees on the ground. Standing behind Mifune was a woman dressed in a kimono holding a katana. Excuse me? She's back? Or is this the sister? And they both lived and they just faked their death? Or the newspaper was wrong? The woman who should have been dead, Mion Sonozaki. Bruh. I love how we were like right before a chapter cut. That's funny. Literally 2 clicks away. We ended early. I wanted to like leave you on a cliffhanger. Her hair's down though. It's Shion! What the fuck? So that was the real Mion. I mean, the flashback for Cajun Run, I should have made that obvious, but I was just under the assumption that one of them was dead. But they both lived, because they're both old. And Mion, oh my god. Whoa! What did I do? Sonozaki had a katana in hand and her mouth was stained red with blood. Mifune was collapsed on the floor, not moving at all. Oh, well, if this is Shion, she's kinda like budget Satoshi. In my hazy state of consciousness, I could see Sonozaki-san's strong-willed eyes gazing down at me. Her expression was cold, cruel, like she was looking down at a lesser being with an aloof glimmer in her eyes. What does that even mean? how can you be aloof with while looking down on someone? No, that's not quite it. If anything, it was the callous gaze of someone looking at a total stranger. Just then, several men in black suits came into the room all at once. These must be the reinforcements Mifune told earlier. Well, I wasn't expecting this. I thought it was Miyuki for sure. So they were both alive and the newspaper is just wrong about one of them being dead? That's so weird. Sonozaki-san readied her katana. In the blink of an eye, a dozen men in black rushed into the room. And when they saw Mifune collapse by the doorway, the flames of hatred burned in their eyes. Unlucky. Bro, I think he's dead. Bro, are these the otaku voices? They're using the otaku voices for the Yakuza? Also, San, Bandin. Sonozaki-san said nothing in response. She just continued gently looking forward with her hand on the sword. Huh? Something is different. I don't know what it is, but something is different. Yeah, it's not Mion. Mion dead. The very moment the men in black gave their signal, Sonozaki-san turned back to us. So we followed her order. Almost the exact moment, the men in black fired at us all at once. Sonozaki-san reached for the scroll on the floor, tossed it at the men in black to disrupt their firing, and then hid in the gap behind the back room's sliding door. The men in black started firing indiscriminately. However, it does sound more like Shion too. So Nozaki-san emerged from behind the sliding door to strike at them one by one. Her punches sound like bullets. Look at that smug face, Jesus. Just as I thought, something was definitely different. Her fighting style was different, her atmosphere was different. But I couldn't understand why. The next moment, as I stared at Sonozaki-san and pondered that, something totally suddenly pressed against me. Good one, Arakawa. Trolling as always. The barrel of a gun. Oops. Just as I looked back, I heard the click of a trigger being drawn. Oh no, this is bad. Oh my god, but when the gunshot rang out, the man in black was the one blown away. There's Miyuki. Okay, I knew she was coming soon. When I looked in that direction, the person holding a gun was Miyuki-chan? Miyuki-chan rushed over to me with her smoking gun still in hand. Then she held her gun up and aimed at the men in black one by one as if to shield me. Miyuki thrust me away and continued fighting back. Then the gunshots grew even more intense. The number of bullets in flight escalated in a flash. And Miyuki-chan wasn't the only one responsible for that. After a quick look, I noticed several men dressed in suits. Every last one of them must be a police officer. The men in black and the police officers were having an intense gunfight. It's all fucked up, man. Honestly, the police officers seemed shocked that the situation required so much gunfire. If ordinary people like Otabe and I put our heads out, we'd be shot in an instant. This spectacle is fit to be called a battlefield. After cutting off their movements, Miyuki-chan boldly rushed toward the men in black. Bullets struck the ground by her feet and bounced across the tatami floor. But Miyuki-chan courageously pushed forward, skillfully took cover, and then quickly fired her pistol several times. Excuse me. It was hard to imagine that trash talk coming from someone with a face like hers. Still cooming over her, man. I respect it. And when I looked more carefully, I noticed that none of the bullets Miyuki-chan and her cohorts were firing struck in positions that would cause fatal injuries. That precision shooting was to be expected of true professionals. An unskilled opponent would simply kill them, but an expert can cut off their movements. It sounded like the reciting phrases from some book, but Sonozaki-san and Miyuki-chan deserve to be called experts. My eyes were fixated on Miyuki-chan's magnificent battle as she roared that out. I rushed to close the sliding door, but was it really alright to leave her there alone? Dude, I think she's fine without you. Otabe ducked in the corner next to me to escape the bullet storm. Then, I noticed a kimono sleeve right next to him. It was Sonozaki-san. Wait, was Mion a ghost the whole time? Oh my god. But why is she old? If she was a ghost. Wouldn't that be a twist though? I knew it. This Sonozaki-san was different somehow. What the hell? Unless they were both alive. No, Mion was a fucking ghost the whole time. That is hilarious. And she was staying in the afterlife, staying in the world, just to help Shion gain position of head, maybe? I don't know. It's weird. I mean, it kind of made sense how she could, like, talk to ghosts and shit, like, summon ghosts. As soon as Sonozaki heard that name, she suddenly looked up. Excuse me. But that absent-minded gaze in her eyes gradually returned to normal. Oh. Yeah, Mion was a ghost the whole time, and it was real Mion. And I guess she was here to help the family? That's crazy. What? Was Mion possessing Shion's body? It was our turn to be completely stunned. Could it be? Did Sonozaki-san lose her memory from the shock of being shot? As Otobe anxiously stared at Sonozaki-san, he suddenly remembered he was holding the bell. And then Shion took Mion's name to be the next head, which made sense. This is a wild, fucking wild twist. They were right the whole time. She was a ghost. Otobe and I turned to one another. After all, Mion Sonozaki was already dead. But if that's the case, then who is the woman standing before us that looked just like Mion Sonozaki? No, I think he's right for once. Otobe slowly backed away from the woman that looked like Sonozaki-san. Indeed, she did have lay age, but there are no traces of massive blood flow draining from her chest earlier, and her feet should have been stained black from stepping through the pools of blood, but her skin was clear and oddly beautiful. Just then, Shion-san gasped and looked up like she had just remembered something. What? What is happening? Okay, I guess we'll learn. The night before last, I had a hard time sleeping. I tossed and turned, falling asleep and waking up over and over until suddenly I felt something by my bedside and opened my eyes. It was my sister. Mion was standing there. Ghost Mion. Ghost Mommy Mion.
行けばわかるさ。あんたが今必要としているものがそこにある。園崎の跡目、みんなに認めさせなきゃまずいんでしょ。どうしてそれを
I keep pressing something. My eyes were open wide and shocked as I went to ask Mion for more information. However, Mion just flashed me a beaming smile and said, "Good luck," before vanishing into my dreams. Good one, Mion. Mion and everyone else died, and then the great Hinamizawa disaster occurred. Naturally, I was hospitalized for a while to cope with the mental shock. However, Teichi Maibara died shortly after that, which only made my mental state deteriorate even further. Yeah, that's unfortunate. The curse of Oyasho-sama killed Ki-chan too. That means the next target of the curse is me? Is the curse going to kill me just like him? Am I going to die? The fear of that invisible threat continued to plague me. Every single night, it got so bad that even the doctors had given up on me. Naturally, people tried to seize that opportunity, and a conflict developed within the family. After Mion's death, we used the chaos of the subsequent great disaster to successfully replace her with me. And this made sense why, also, Hifumi was trying to take over. Because I was like, Mion's definitely, like, experienced. So it didn't really make sense why they were after her, because she did a lot of the head work as a kid, but Shion definitely had, like, zero experience. Which made me think, that's why I was thinking that Mion was really Shion, but nope, it was a ghost. We told everyone Shion was the one who died. Oh wait, never mind. Literally never mind. Hifumi doesn't make sense then. Just Mion was like, she was working literally as a yakuza since like a little kid, man. Or at least learning to be one. But I was still in an unhealthy state, so the people started complaining that even I wasn't fit to be the successor. Of course, my parents stubbornly refused to listen, but it was certainly annoying, having no strength to convince them otherwise. It was during that time that Sis appeared before me. At first, I ran away screaming and crying, constantly begging for forgiveness. Oh my god, Ghost Mion stayed behind just to help Shion out. True sisterly love, man. Don't kill me. Help me? No, I don't want to die. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. But when I was like that, Sis Mion quietly spoke to me. Huh? Was that Sis just now?
こんなところで膝抱えて震えてる場合じゃないだろう。勝手だとは分かってるよ。あんたにもっともっと辛い思いをさせることになるってことくらいよく分かってるつもりだ。
Sis. Oops.
あんたから。
God damn it, I didn't mean to skip me on lines. It's my bad.
だから。頼んだよ、ミオン。私の分まで。
At that point in time, Shion died. And I brought Mion back to this world. At any rate, I believed it had been some sort of revelation, and decided to head to Hinamizawa by myself the next day. Never mind, I got the time mixed up. I thought Mion was there for a while, but no. Shion's just been weak for a while. But I guess my movements were being monitored. I was attacked by one of Mifune's cars along the way. Still, even with them giving chase, I managed to get away. Oh god. My car crashed through the guardrail and plunged to the bottom of the valley. Fortunately, I landed close to Hinamizawa, and thanks to that abundant foliage, I was able to avoid any major injuries, but the shock of the fall did cause me to faint. So Mion was taking over her body. But what about getting shot? What happened there? I guess, yeah.
このひなみ沢ならさ。
I admitted I could understand quite well why Otoe would have a hard time believing it. But I felt like I could believe it. This is Hinamizawa, the place where the dead dwell, like that time with Tawada-san and again with Otobe. It's not strange at all for things to happen that defy common sense. That's right, Mion Sonozaki died over 20 years ago in the school hostage incident. But even though her body was destroyed, her heart never died. One of the reasons Mion Sonozaki's soul lingered in this world was to protect her sister. For those with a strong will, a powerful impression is left behind even in death. The persistence Mion Sonozaki showed, even after her death, after witnessing that, I felt I could understand how her heart could remain even after her body was destroyed.
園崎さんは一族の一大事にいても立ってもいられなかったんだろう。だからあんたをひなみ沢へ呼んだ。あんたが探していた園崎家の跡目を継ぐための家宝、神霊のありかを教えるためにな。
おね。
Sonozaki-san let out a long sigh, then gazed off in the distance.
おねって昔からそうなんです。おねはいつも人のことばっかりで。
Even though they should have the same physical body, her face and the tone of the voice seemed slightly different from when she was Mion Sonozaki. It felt odd that the presence of mind differed even though the body was the same. I wasn't sure if Otobe was thinking something similar, but he was staring intently at Sonozaki-san. And he carefully examined her whole body, but as soon as he looked at her chest, his complexion changed completely. You did get shot. I am wondering about that. The bullet definitely struck her close to her heart, and there's still a burn mark left behind on her kimono. That's right. The bullet should have struck near her heart. Sonozaki-san rested a hand on the bullet hole. It was truly a miracle that she survived. Shion Sonozaki's consciousness was completely absent while she was under Mion Sonozaki's possession. And it's unbelievable, but while Mion Sonozaki was in control, she even shouldered the burden of the wounds on her body. Okay, that's one way to do it. I've never heard of that. But it's cool. You know, it's ghosts and shit. They can make the rules they want. As long as Mion Sonozaki was possessing that body, Mion was the one in danger of getting hurt, so Shion Sonozaki was left unscathed, which is why she came out unhurt. Sure. Yeah, like what if you got your head cut off? Sonozaki-san turned to me with longing eyes and groaned while shaking her head. Then she turned her gaze downward with a lonely look on her face. Oh.
それ以外でもなんとなくだけど私はいつもお姉の存在をずっと感じてた。でも今はそれがない。お姉はもういなくなっちゃったってこと、なんとなくわかるよ。シオンさん。園崎ミオンはもういない。きっともう二度と現れない。
Rip. She's chilling with the other ghost gang though, so it's okay.
ずっと私を見守ってくれていたお姉は私の身代わりとなって大切な役目を果たし、そんな気がするよ。
Sonozaki-san gently stroked the bell she received from Otoe with her fingers. It felt like she was trying to express her love and gratitude for Mion Sonozaki through her fingertips, and display herself to protect the Sonozaki family with that bell. And me? 25 minutes. Huh. You're not gonna like it, but I feel like we should end here. Just because I was kind of late on recording. Because this is gonna be the last chapter for sure. So we'll finish up next time, guys. I mean, honestly, even though it was only 25 minutes, I feel like we got fucking okay, let's not be too crude. Uh, uh, surprise. We got surprised pretty hard. I was not expecting that twist, man. And it was weird because I thought it was Shion for like the longest time. And then, like, with that flashback last episode, I'm like, okay, that seems more like Mion, but like also. So I guess it could be Mion, but then, like, it made more sense for it to be Shion. And then it was just Mion, possessing Shion. We live in a crazy world. Anyways, that was intense. This is definitely the wrap up next episode, though, so stay tuned for that. Then we have the bad end rush, and then we have the review, and then we huddle. We huddle. But yes, short and sweet. Don't worry. Next time will be longer. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Peace.